Wallen was a 31-year-old history teacher at Wild Lake High School in Damascus, Maryland. Laura was a beloved teacher, and she was named the Senior Class Teacher of the Year 2016. Many of her students and church members, along with staff, stated that Laura changed their lives. She loved her job. She loved teaching. She worked very hard at it. She worked several weeks preparing her classroom for the following year, and so whenever she didn't show for the first day of school, everybody was pretty concerned. Her work had called the police to do a welfare check on Laura. This isn't like her. The police went to Laura's home, and when they arrived, there was no sign of Laura. But there was also no indication that something was wrong. Nothing was suspicious, and nothing was off. So they left. Although the police were a little bit more concerned when they were informed that Laura was 4 months pregnant and that her boyfriend, Tyler Tessier, had no clue where she was. The search for Laura began. Police found Laura's black 2011 Ford Escape parked in an apartment complex that was right across from the high school that she worked. Volunteers and family members started to look for her. Laura's parents and Tyler held each other and begged for information on Laura's disappearance. They even offered a reward.
Thank you all for coming here. Laura, if you're listening, doesn't matter what's happened, doesn't matter what type of trouble, there's nothing we can't fix together, myself and your family. There's so many people that miss you. There's so many people that were out. We haven't slept, we haven't eaten, we're just looking, and we're praying that you're safe. And I'm asking to just let us know that you're safe. If somebody has her, please understand that you've taken away a huge person in so many people's lives. Friends and family and students that she has. I know what she means to me. I know what she means to everybody else. And we just want to know if she's okay. We just want her back. She was super excited for start of the school year. I know she had talked to her principal and her teachers, like her coworkers, about her being pregnant and how excited she was. And it's just a complete shock that I think leading up to the weekend that she's missing, I don't believe anybody has any inclination to think that something was wrong or just.
Remember any of your last conversations with her?
I'm sorry?
Any of your last conversations with her?
I don't know where she is. That's all. I don't know. I know we're all trying to do everything we can to find her, and I just pray that she's safe and she comes back. That's all I care about right now. Laura and I have known each other probably for 10 years now. We've, any normal relationship, just take one step at a time, and you take the progress that comes with you. And been to doctor's meetings, we've been sonograms and all the prenatal care that you could ask. And sorry.
The family and the police already had their suspicion on who could be responsible for Laura's disappearance. They all thought it was Tyler. Tyler's story seemed to be inconsistent. When Tyler was interviewed, Tyler told the police that Laura had approached him and asked for his help. He had told the police that Laura wanted to disappear. She claimed that the father of her baby was a high school student, and she was embarrassed and worried that somebody would find out. So she wanted to leave. But 2 days after the news conference on September 13th, 2017, Laura was no longer a missing person. Laura's body was found in a wooded area of Damascus. With the help of cadaver dogs, they discovered her body buried in a shallow grave, and she had been shot once in the back of the head. Police believed that Tyler was the last person to see Laura alive, and with inconsistent stories, he was soon deemed as a person of interest. They knew Laura was alive on the 1st of September because her family had seen her that day. But the next day, they saw her cell phone, and she went on a trip with her boyfriend, Tyler. She had texted her sister on the 2nd, quote, "Tyler has me on an adventure in the country, not sure why, but for something, waiting in a field," end quote. Laura actually sent her sister a picture of this location. The last transaction that Laura made was in a grocery store near her home between 8:30 p.m. and 9:30 p.m. She wasn't alone, though. Tyler was with her. The police needed a motive. Why would Tyler want his girlfriend dead? Maybe the pregnancy with the other student was true? But the police soon discovered a completely different story. Tyler and Laura were in an on and off again relationship for about 10 years. Every time they broke up, they just got back together. Their relationship was rocky, but Laura was excited to have their baby. Their baby. Tyler was the father. But Tyler was living a whole nother life. Tyler began dating another teacher by the name of Christina Wagner. He moved in with her back in 2012. He also remained with her whenever he got back together with Laura. Both women claimed that they had no idea about each other. When Laura told her family that her and Tyler were pregnant, Laura's father asked what Tyler's intentions were. Her father had heard about the rumors about another woman, but Tyler assured him that he would take care of Laura. He even showed them a ring that he had planned to propose to her with, and that the other woman was not in the picture, and he hadn't seen her in 2 years. The police found out that that ring he showed Laura's father, he actually proposed to Christina, and the two planned their wedding just 1 month after Laura was supposed to give birth to their son. While Tyler began dating both women, it seemed to police that Laura may have discovered what Tyler was actually doing. She sent a text to the other woman on August 28th asking to meet up with her. She said, quote, "It's important that some things are cleared up. I would imagine that if you were in my position, you want some answers as well. By no means is this an attempt at confrontation. Just work on an explanation. Just looking for an explanation, woman to woman," end quote. Police believe that this text is when Tyler made up his mind and began to plan Laura's murder. They believe that he convinced his fiancée that Laura was crazy and stalking him. She told Tyler about the message, and Tyler messaged Christian back and said, "I literally could kill her." His exact words were, "I could literally kill her." Tyler denied his relationship, but after police showed him all of the evidence, he confessed. He didn't confess to murdering Laura, but he confessed to the affair. Police believe Tyler brought Laura to a remote location with the intent to kill her. When they questioned Tyler, he claimed that he knew nothing about what happened to Laura, but he provided several instances of what could have happened. He claimed September 4th, him and Laura got into an argument, and Laura was hysterical and upset. He states that she lunged at him with a pair of scissors. While running, she chased him onto the porch and ran into a post, causing her to collapse. He thought she was dead, so he brought her into the field and buried her. When the police asked about the gunshot, he said, "Well, I didn't want to bury her alive, so he shot her so she wouldn't suffer." Tyler later changed his story again. He had told the police that 2 African-American men broke into Laura's home and kidnapped both of them. The men forced Tyler to drive out into the field, and they shot Laura. When police asked him why they didn't shoot him, he said that he begged them to let him go, and I guess they just did. The prosecution believed that there was a solid case and no doubt that Tyler was responsible for Laura's murder. Laura had texted her sister that night, that photo that we were talking about. The police were able to match the photo exactly to where Laura's body was found. Tyler brought Laura there twice, once on the 2nd and once on the 3rd. He had texted a friend that same day and asked for a ride to Baltimore. His friend declined and said that it wasn't a good idea to go to Baltimore at night. It was getting too late. Tyler responded, quote, "It probably is, just trying to clean up a mess," end quote. They believed after he shot Laura, he tried to plot the story of her pregnancy with another student. Tyler sent a text to her sister saying, quote, "I'm like 95% sure Tyler is not the father. I'm going to try and get a hold of Antoine," end quote. Her sister was confused. She said that if she had concerns about the baby's father, she wouldn't say it in a text. She would simply call her or come and see her. Tyler was arrested and charged with first-degree murder, obstruction, tampering with evidence, and making false statements. He was not charged with the unborn child's death due to the fact of Maryland's laws stating that the child must be viable outside of the womb. They think that Tyler had successfully hid his double life from both women for years, but when Laura found out and threatened his relationship, he knew he had to do something. Tyler was supposed to spend the weekend with his fiancée in Pennsylvania. They were supposed to be picking out bridesmaid dresses, but instead, he told her that he couldn't make it because he hurt his knee walking the dog that day. The prosecution's case was that he planned this murder to save his relationship with the other woman. They were seeking a sentence of life in prison without the possibility of parole, if convicted, but they never got the chance. On September 6, 2018, at 5 a.m., hours before his trial, Tyler's body was found dead in his cell. Tyler had hung himself with his bedsheets, leaving 5 suicide notes behind. These letters were never released to the public, but they were given to the people that they were addressed to. So that, unfortunately, is the end of this case. Like I said, I found this out through a Sam and Colby video, and I'll play the clip right here of kind of what part everybody thought that this girl was getting murdered.
When they look at the end of the trail. So whenever we get close to the end of the trail, turn off all lights and sneak past.
We're going through here as fast as possible. Jesus. Oh my God.
What the? Did you get that?
Yeah, I got that. Somebody is screaming.
Someone's screaming bloody murder.
Let's get out of here faster. Come on, guys.
How is that? Dude, that scares the... Whoa. Guys, what the... You hear that? Yeah. Get out of here. Go. Guys, run. Wait, shh. Listen.
Somebody's legit crying for help right now.
You gotta go help. You have to go, Colby. Run.
Lights off.
What is going on?
So the group went into this Forest Haven Insane Asylum in Laurel, Maryland. So in the video, towards the end, you hear that woman screaming, and they say that there were 2 women and 1 man walking into the asylum. They kind of saw him through the woods and stuff. But looking at the post, it was posted on September 10th, 2017, which kind of leads up, like, usually you record videos ahead of time, and they wait to release them on a certain day, or they have time to edit them. So it very well could have been recorded the same day or a couple days of whenever Laura was actually murdered. But looking into where her body was found, it doesn't look like that she was around the area they were. They were about 55 minutes away from where Laura was murdered. And they confirmed this. I mean, they didn't confirm this, but... And it was confirmed that the place that Laura had died was the same place that she was buried, is that photo that her sister received. So that photo that her sister received, they were able to match it up to the place that Laura was found. So I'm assuming he had killed her there, buried her in the same area. I don't think he picked her up and took her into his truck or anything. And the photo on the phone just confirms that. So, as it is, I don't think that the two are linked. I don't think Sam and Colby caught this murder on camera. I don't know what it was. I don't know if they were trying to, like, the other people that were in the woods trying to freak, this group out, or what it was, or somebody was getting sexually assaulted. I don't know. I don't want to know. But I don't think it was Laura. But yeah. It's so sad because Laura's family will never get that closure. They had to stand there with Tyler and listen to him beg for his wife back, even though not his wife, his pregnant girlfriend. Just beg for her to come back and that he loves her and he misses her, but he brutally murdered his pregnant girlfriend. He was the father of that child. But anyways, that's the end of our story. If you like the story and you want to hear more, please give me a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. I plan to make more content like this. And yeah, if you have any case recommendations, let me know. I will do the research and we can listen to it together. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next week. Bye.